I never knew Chair could make such a controversial statement in such a short amount of time. That is ballsy.
That was so smooth how we did that. That was like we practiced that, we coordinated it, and we just made it happen.
Honestly, might be the
Working on
best
that for
moment in
weeks.
clickbait history.
How
That's
did
it.
we
That's our
almost
show.
lose to Serbia in basketball? That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
No, dude.
What the heck?
I was so pissed when the U.S. didn't lose to South Sudan. The memes would have been glorious. It would have been just like the U.S. men's soccer team losing to Trinidad.
But
It would
they
have been
won.
so good.
America,
Barely.
bald eagle.
We
Guns.
We did America them, but I was actually surprised that we won. Like Serbia is good. They're a very good.
They have
team.
Jokic.
If someone was gonna take us down, it would have been the Serbs. They know how to ball. They got Bogdanovic. They got all NBA players, so they could hang with us.
I mean, the
Haiti
Serbs
was
are pretty
clever.
good at taking down royalty, so I understand it.
But welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another glorious clickbait episode. We were all predisposed last week, but now we are back to give you the football information that you need. And let me tell you guys, we have been thinking and planning this episode for a lot of time, and we are
Yes.
excited
All of the time.
to have you hear our thoughts and opinions on this clickbait episode. We begin with urinating tree. The trade rumors are running rampant right now. For those who don't know, Tree, just tell us what's going on. Tell us how you're feeling in your heart.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think anybody knows what's going on. Brendan Aiyuk was supposed to be traded about 2 to 3 days ago. The rumors were Cleveland, New England, Pittsburgh is apparently back in the conversation here and there. New England actually had a pretty good deal, I think. The rumor was like Kendrick Bourne and a couple draft picks. And he doesn't want to go to New England. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'd want to go to New England. I mean, they're a bad football team. He's going to rot there. I mean, you're getting passes by Drake May, who may or may not be good. And Cleveland, I mean, it would probably be Amari Cooper and probably a second or third round draft pick. So the real thing is we got to bring him to Steeler country. It's not going to be worth a first round pick because you're going to have to extend him like pretty significantly. I know for a fact that's just, I think they're trying to play hardball and see what's going on and negotiate. But I'm still surprised this hasn't happened yet. I'm waiting to make a quick video on this, regardless of what happens. But
what does your heart tell you about this situation, though, Tree?
My heart tells me that the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl. That's why. I mean, they're always going Super Bowl, man. Come on. But, I mean, the Steelers need a wide receiver badly. They need a wideout 2 or a wideout 1. It's George Pickens, and we don't know what else. Roman Wilson's been injured. Calvin Austin, I think he's more of a slot guy. And then Van Jefferson, I mean, he could be up to his pedigree, but at the same time, I wouldn't guarantee that. So I think that's going to be your big weakness. I think you can get away with not getting a first-round pick. I think maybe a second or a third or fourth at most. And I think you can do that and you're fine.
I got you. What have you guys been hearing? The other two guys over here, what have you guys been hearing about this situation on social media? Because it seems like everyone's an insider on Twitter these days. And some reports have been conflicting. Some reports have been, I don't know. What have you guys been hearing about this?
It's
five
or
Tom.
The only thing that I saw that was really funny was the Niners were working out Robbie Chosen. So they're losing however many all-purpose yards from Brandon Aiyuk and replacing him with everyone's favorite, Robbie Chosen. That, to me, is funny. But I have not seen any rumors other than the Steelers being major players. And somebody else backed out. I think they weren't interested.
Yeah, because probably the extension.
I think the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots backed out because they had a deal in place, but Aiyuk didn't want to go to New England. That's what I've been. But the thing, too, with the 49ers, they're actually not replacing Aiyuk with Robbie Chosen. They're replacing Aiyuk with Ricky Pearsall. I think that's why they ended up drafting him, because they knew it was a fallback for in case the situation happened.
Ricky Pearsall is goated, a University of Florida receiver. I'm so sad that this man is with the 49ers. Tom, any thoughts on this situation? What have you been seeing? What are your thoughts on how it will end up?
I just want it to be over. I'm
No.
so tired of it. Last week, when I'm getting off a train going into Baltimore, all the rumors, oh, it's going to happen now. And then it didn't. And now I'm about to go to another wedding. I'm not officiating this one. And guess what? I'm worried it's going to break again. I just want it to be done. I don't care anymore. Like, we've talked about this on GPS. And, like, I think Brandon Aiyuk is a very good football player. It does never end. I think he's a very good football player. However, because he's not like a top 5 wide receiver, I just can't really get involved with the drama about it because I'm just like, I don't care. Like, he goes to the Steelers, like, he'll make the Steelers better. Like, he goes to the Patriots, he'll make the Patriots better, but okay, like, I don't know how good either of those teams are going to be this year. Like, I don't think if the Steelers get Brandon Aiyuk, like, all right, we're winning 13 games this year and, like, we're rocking and rolling. Like,
You shut your whore mouth.
I mean, let's just be honest now, Trick. Like, I think
I mean, dude, the minimum is 9 wins. I don't care what
I think
happens
it
from
helped.
here. The
really
bullshit will always be real. It'll be 9 wins. But
Uh-huh.
the false hope will go through with me because he will get deep balls from Russell Wilson or Justin Fields.
Sure.
or John Reese Plumlee. I don't trust Cal Allen.
Sure.
But I think the thing too,
Mhm.
I mean, you could use a second option with Pickens.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people have talked about. I think it's the contract negotiation that's probably the biggest hang up because Aiyuk wants to be traded and then get.
He
his
wants
bag.
an immediate extension. He's going to get like $25 million.
Because he told the Browns
Yeah.
he wouldn't, or that's the rumor, right? That he told the Browns that he would just not take a contract extension from them if he got traded to him.
Even he
Yeah,
understands
and that might
he
end
doesn't
up-
want to catch passes from Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
That might end up happening if he can't find someone that wants to ink him. He will get traded. It seems like that's just an inevitability, but it would probably be just dumb for him to not have that contract and not stay with the Niners and potentially win a ring. That's probably his best chance to go back to the Super Bowl is with his current team. But yeah, like we've all agreed on, he should get his bag.
My question is this. If
Baseball
you're the
meme.
49ers, why don't you just re-sign Brandon Aiyuk? Do you really have that much confidence in Ricky Pearsall coming in? I mean, what's going
think
on
it's
here?
a litany of things because one, they did, right? That's the rumor that they offered him. I think I heard 26 mil. I don't know exactly, but I think they did. But two, the 49ers are a roster that they're going to have some significant paydays like coming up, and they're going to have to make some decisions. Like, they have some veterans who are getting a little bit older as well. So, like, they have this window where they're like, yeah, we can compete. They're going to have to pay their quarterback, right? They're going to have to pay Brock Purdy. So I think it's a mix of, hey, like, we tried this, it didn't work. Okay, then we're going to try to get as much value from you so that we can still contend in this, let's just say, 2-year window to go win a Super Bowl. You know?
My gosh.
Yes, it's not me.
This is
Badminton.
cruel.
Badminton.
This is
Thank you,
cruelty
Jesus.
right here.
Thank you, TS.
This is unfair.
Ping pong. I'll get destroyed.
Speaking of something that hasn't getting done, let's keep it with receivers. CD Lamb, bona fide top 5 wide receiver in the league, still without a contract. And now it looks like the Cowboys have designated him as a no-show to camp. And I think it's starting the clock, like the fine clock has been started, and he will be getting fined here soon. Like I previously said, the 49ers are doing something right now that the Cowboys should have done if we did not intend to pay CD. If we had no desire to pay CD, we should have been doing exactly what the 49ers are doing. However, I do believe we do intend to pay CD, which makes this whole situation even dumber, in my opinion.
But here's the question. Why
What?
would you extend CD when you have questions about Dak and Micah Parsons?
Well, here's the thing. I said on record, I think the CD deal gets done first because no matter who the quarterback is, they're going to need someone to throw the ball to. If we get rid of CD Lamb right now, our number one receiver, our number one target, you have to account for him right now when you're playing the Cowboys. He's the number one guy. If we get rid of CD, you can key in on whoever you want to key in on. That is our offense right now. Our offense goes through CD. But that's why I think CD will get paid. It's just I still do not understand the process that the Cowboys management is taking here. It is, to me, ridiculous. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on this situation are.
The Cowboys doing something dumb. That is, I've never heard of that. That's
I
unprecedented.
know Daniel Jones franchise is not talking right now. I don't want to hear anything from the Giants right
Dude,
now.
just watch them beat you twice this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they
that
did
would be
last
great.
year.
A little sweepy
It'd be
deep.
hilarious.
Well, I mean, your wide receiver isn't even in camp, so I know you're not throwing shade over here. That is uncalled for.
First of all, let's not even talk about Malik Neighbors. Okay, y'all might have just drafted another Kadarius Toney. Okay, what is this man doing in
He's
camp?
taller.
What is
He's
he
taller
doing?
than
Fighting.
Getting
Kadarius
into
Fighting man.
fights.
I mean,
He is
dude,
intense.
honestly, dude, I told you should have drafted JJ McCarthy.
I agree.
Listen, they wanted McCarthy. They just kind of passed. He wasn't available, was he? No, they passed on him. Anyways, no, I think that Neighbors is just intense. He's showing out that he's a rookie that wants to contribute to this team. He's going to
Shout out Shane.
Shane is already balking at the potential idea
Shane's
of
like
wearing
veto.
Eagles gear. Yeah, she's
Why do I
already
gotta
vetoing
suffer
it.
through this?
I think I don't even know if Neighbors even plays tonight because these week 1 preseason games are typically just a wash.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see him out there. Just you guys will get a picture of his size and his speed, and I'm looking forward to it.
Bryce Young will not be playing this week either, which is kind of surprising considering his year 1 struggles. But I think they're just more or less just trying to keep him fresh.
Question is,
does
CD get signed in the next week? Yes or no?
CD.
No, I think he takes it as far as he wants. Like, you've seen this, and we've talked about this before. This is the Jerry Jones / Stephen Jones MO of waiting until the levy breaks, and then they finally sign CD. So
And they
not only will they,
too.
right, they're going to wait too long and overpay him. He's going to come in rusty. He's not going to catch his stride for like 3 or 4 games to start the season. And it's just going to hurt everybody. Just give him the check that you're intending on writing him in 3 weeks. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but this is the game that they play. Every free agent, every holdout, they seem to do this. They wait until the last minute. And I've said it before, it's because it doesn't really, the money is not important to them. They just want, it seems like the principle is important, and the principle seems backwards sometimes.
So are we saying the Aiyuk trade gets done before CD gets resigned?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
I would say so.
But then again, I've heard a cajillion things of like, it's happening right now. It's happening today. Oh, it's an hour away. And then it doesn't. So yeah, I'm done.
I've also heard conflicting.
Hey,
reports.
we'll always remember the Philly special. It's true.
Speaking
guys
of
won't
quarterbacks,
Nothing like Big Dick
guys
Nick,
won't be
man.
happy about it,
we
but
could go.
Legend.
We could switch it up to quarterbacks now. Nick Foles, the only Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Eagles, the only one that will be a Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Eagles, has decided to retire. What are our thoughts on the legend himself?
That's one guy who caught lightning in a bottle. Like, he was awful for the Rams, and I think
he nearly retired.
Yeah, he got picked up by a bunch of other teams based solely on that Super Bowl run, and he was, I don't know, for whatever reason, he aligned really well.
Yeah. The Jags paid him a lot of money too.
Yeah, they
It's
did.
hilarious.
Yeah, they thought
that was Tom
starter.
Coughlin's backup option, and it was like, ooh.
But that's just a remarkable case of a guy who really understood the system he was operating on, and they executed. They got it done, and then he just went off into obscurity. But what a great career for a guy who didn't. There weren't many expectations of him coming out either.
Can we predict another run like Nick Foles? Can we predict something this year? Who would it be? Who would the Nick Foles be this year in the NFL?
You can't even pretend to lie about that, 5. There's no shot. You think Daniel Jones is going to will the Giants to a Super Bowl victory? My dude, like, I'm all about hope. I'm all about optimism, but that
listen,
one,
it's been raining today, and I needed a good laugh. So
Listen,
that's my laugh for today.
Anything is possible. You never
Anything's
know.
okay, Kevin Garnett. Whatever
He's
you
got
say.
a beard now. He's built differently with the beard. He's a completely different person with the beard. Who is not a completely different person? Rain Dakota Prescott still without a contract. What are our thoughts here? I've seen reports actually suggesting that next season, Bill Belichick and Dak are a package deal to the Giants. Let's just dissect that right there. Have you guys not seen this?
No.
Oh my God.
No, but that, I mean, I'd laugh if he gets Dak Prescott.
How would you feel about that, Five? Next season, Dak
I
and
would
Bill
be-
Belichick
You'd be
in
elated, Five. You'd have to be
It-
elated.
I
Oh,
would.
dude.
Listen, Billy can come back whenever he wants. He can bring his 24-year-old girlfriend and they can be as awkward as they want at MetLife Stadium. But the Dak part would kind of be, it would be like lukewarm, you know, it'd be like, oh,
lukewarm.
we got- yeah.
Daniel coming from Daniel Jones and you're lukewarm on Dak. Who else would you have as your quarterback?
It's not that it's Dak or anyone. It's like how would we protect someone like Dak, somebody who's coming to us who's gotten hit a lot in his career, and then you're going to put him behind a weaker line than the Dallas.
Yeah.
And you're just asking for more. Like the times when Dak has looked bad is when he's getting hit in the mouth repeatedly, and that would happen almost every down in New York with our offensive line.
Basically, what
So
you're saying
there would be
is
a lot of yelling at Dak and blaming of Dak Prescott for how bad we suck when our line is really the
he
problem.
would be on the run 24/7 like
Mhm.
Dak is on the run.
Yeah.
But what about the Bill Belichick part now? He's welcome.
I would love. Well, Bill Belichick would figure something out, though. That's the thing. Like he always kind of. I mean, unfortunately, he had at the end there he had Mac Jones and Bailey Zapp, and he really couldn't do much with them. But I think Bill Belichick could do something with Dakota Prescott. Again, though, with our line, that would be tough to do. It doesn't. It's like. But I don't know. Gosh, if you had to ask me to choose between Belichick or Dable, like Dable's got a lot of promise. He's going to be a long time coach. You just don't know how long Belichick is going to coach. He's not going to coach for 10 more years for sure.
You never know. He could. He's depraved enough to do that.
Until he's 80 something. Until
You
he's in
never
his
know.
80s.
Dude, we have presidents and senators in their 80s now.
I,
man.
I just think he's done. Like he's probably enjoying however much time he has left with his very young girlfriend, which is wild. Wow, Florida State, they're upping the ante on you.
Relax.
They are
Relax.
making your life awful.
Dude, I mean, the only thing that might be worse would be Bama gear.
Can I enjoy a football season,
No.
please?
You're a Cowboys
No, you
fan.
can't.
No.
That's fair. That is fair. Another.
Who do the
report I'm
Gators
seeing-
hate? Oh,
Go
can
on.
I just ask you, Scooter? Who do the Gators hate more as a rival? Is it Florida State or the Bulldogs or somebody
Bama.
else in the SEC?
Okay, first off, it's always Florida State. Okay, they're number
Okay.
one. Okay, Miami
Got that one.
has the most annoying fans, though. Miami is like the Cowboys, except for even worse. Okay, these people haven't won in a long time, but they're still talking trash. At least we are going 12-5. They're garbage every single year and still talking trash. How are you garbage and talking trash? Miami, you're garbage, and we're going to beat you this year. We play UCF, that's a W. We play Miami, that's a W. We play Florida State. That's 3 W's. We are sweeping the state of Florida this year. I'm sorry to go on a tangent, but yeah, Florida State's number one. We also hate Georgia. We also hate Tennessee. It just depends on the flavor of the day, how you're feeling.
Honestly, I think I'd recommend a change. Instead of going for Eagles gear, I feel like you should wear Miami University gear.
See, it's not as bad. I definitely hate the Eagles more than I hate the Hurricane. It's just the fact that they're talking trash and y'all are garbage. Like y'all are not
Sounds
good.
familiar.
How can you even talk trash when you're that bad and no one even goes to your games? by
And we're
the way?
talking like college, right?
Yeah, college.
Like,
No one
do they
goes
even
to
win
your
playoff games?
They last year, who were they beating? Tree, was it Wake Forest?
Oh my
They had the game like locked up, and they decided to
Yeah, they
run
took a knee.
up the gut. Yeah, instead
Mario
of taking the gut,
Cristobal.
yeah, Mario Cristobal. Instead of taking the knee, literally with 20, they decided to run up the gut.
Yeah, they
The
would have
dude
won the
fumbled it.
game.
Right, the dude fumbled it, and then on the very next play, this dude
They
burned
ran down the
4
field and they
defensive
just
backs it was like 4 defensive backs ran into each other and he caught the ball in the end zone. And that was like such sweet because Mario Cristobal, he took away the turnover chain. Like the one thing that was like their identifier, he didn't like it, so he banned it. Like he quote unquote retired it. And for him to do that is hilarious to me.
He should have been fired right after that.
He should have been. Apparently, his job is like I've read an article the other day that said Billy Napier, that Mario Cristobal's job is safer than Billy Napier's. Is that correct?
He's still their coach.
Here's the thing with Florida. Florida has the hardest schedule in college football. I'm not even like joking. We have the hardest schedule in college football. We play 8 ranked teams this year. Okay, we play Georgia. We play Texas. So it's going to be a hard year. I don't even know if we win those games I just told you, UCF, Miami, Florida State, it does not matter what else we do the rest of the season. Billy Napier will be back if we sweep the Florida series. But back to NFL football. Another report just came out, I'm seeing, says Dak could make upwards of $70 million on his contract. Is he worth that much for any team? Cowboys, potentially the Raiders down the line. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, look at how much like mid-tier quarterbacks are getting paid these days. Tua's got $55 million. Trevor Lawrence is getting $55 million. You're preying on upside. Jordan Love, 1 year, $55 million.
About mid QBs.
No, I'm not saying. No, what I'm saying is like they have upside there in the mid-tier right now. Just saying.
All right. You talked about his QB and the Italian came out.
Hey.
I mean, look, if Daniel Jones is getting $40 million, Dak's getting 60.
Well,
the thing is,
that's the argument, right? If Lawrence, and I like Trevor Lawrence, if he was making $55 million, then like Jordan Love needs to make $55 million. That's just where the market is, right? Jared Goff, who's 4 years older with a lot more experience, right, is making only $2 million less per season than Jordan Love, right? Yeah. So when we frame it in that way, like Dak is gonna get more because
he's gonna get a lot more.
Whoever's the next guy is. And again, the argument that I've always had is like Joe Burrow's making 55, and I think you can make a really strong argument that he should be making more than all those guys because he has a Super Bowl appearance.
And the problem is, I don't know if he can because you still have Jamar Chase who's having issues. He might get held out, and T. Higgins is on a franchise tag.
Could happen, Triviality.
And I think that Dak is certainly worth that amount of money to the Cowboys. Maybe not another franchise, but the Cowboys will pay because they're like the Cowboys again. They seem like the franchise that because they spent a lot of money that there's value in that, right? Like they're like it's like buying really expensive shoes that are ugly, you know. Like that to me, but you're like I spent all this money, so it's got to be good. And that's kind of the way I feel about that. Look at it.
I'm always really afraid to buy expensive shoes. It's always like because I can't. I'm like I'm gonna get them dirty, and then I don't want to wear them, so I just don't buy them, and I just rock with Kohl's.
That is fair.
That's why I never buy expensive sunglasses because I will lose those. I will always lose them.
Have you guys been watching any of the Netflix shows, like Quarterback or Receiver?
Can you make your mic louder, Scoots?
Yeah, you're scratching a little bit.
What about now?
Oh, now it's just scratchy. It's... I've watched like the first 2 episodes of Receiver, and then honestly, I just haven't had time to go back from it. I've watched a bunch of clips like online, like as they come across my feed, but I heard it was good. I want to take my Devontae.
I don't have Netflix, so I'm
not. No, you're gonna need Netflix for Steelers Chiefs, baby.
Oh yeah, I might.
God.
I'm just asking because like it was following the Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson, and it was so fascinating to see his relationship with Kirk Cousins, and then Kirk Cousins gets traded. So you saw all the like inner workings of things that were going through, which makes me even more interested to see how the Vikings will be this year, especially with a rookie quarterback coming out.
What do you mean Sam Darnold is their starter?
Well, Sam Darnold, that's what I was just about to ask. Sam Darnold is starting the preseason game. So who do we think will actually be the day 1 starter for the Vikings?
It should be Sam Darnold.
Listen, though, if Sam Darnold is your starter, things are bad. Things are like not good in your situation.
There's zero reason to rush in JJ McCarthy. There is,
but then what's the value of letting him sit? Like he's not learning on the side.
Football in the NFL.
I mean,
ask Jordan
guess.
Love. I mean, ask Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Sam Darnold ain't Aaron Rodgers, and no Alex Smith either. But I think there's no reason, because you need to see what kind of team you have first. And like, I think that there is a more than decent chance that Sam Darnold like wins a bunch of football games with the Vikings. Like, I think they're going to be competitive. They still have Jefferson. Like, Aaron Jones, I love him to death. You know, if he could stay healthy, like, he should be fine. I think that they will be ultimately okay, but I don't think you see JJ McCarthy for at least a few weeks. And that's if Sam Darnold's like really bad and McCarthy looks really good.
Or he gets injured.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Sam Darnold, like you just said a statement, Sam Darnold can win you a bunch of games like that.
Well, I mean, he did
that's
okay in the
like-
second half against Carolina.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think if there's not any more pressing news
Yeah.
that we
I-
want to discuss.
I do have something I need to mention as well. I was at a Steelers training camp this past week.
Yes, you were.
Oh yeah,
I
Got a
was.
punishment.
And yes, I do have a punishment that I need to adhere. This is actually going to be in a video format for tomorrow, but I do have a little preview of that video coming out right now.
Can you try to get can you have video of trying to get Russell Wilson's autograph at training camp?
Yes,
That'd be a good punishment.
Yes, in a sweaty shirt. Well, yeah. Well, it's gonna be summertime. You're gonna be sweaty anyway.
Long story short, I was handed one of the harshest punishments in clickbait history. But I'm a man of my word, so Russell Wilson, you will become Mr. Unlimited Signature. Along with me helping film this trial was Nick Kovac. But although this meant doubling our chances to get the holiest handwriting, it also created an ethical quandary. We're both overgrown man-children, so we had to employ some rules. 1, kids first. Unlike a certain Packers fan, we are not kicking children.
If I could wake up every morning and roundhouse kick a middle schooler in the face, my day would be better. Truly.
2, be a fan.
Amen.
We're doing this from a fan perspective. No media passes, no creator credentials, no meet and greets. I arrived at Latrobe for training camp, met up with Nick, and we began our adventure. Neither of us had made the holy trek to training camp before, so we had very little of what to expect. We received a crisp 90-degree day baking in the Latrobe sun. And I wore a fucking black jersey. Steelers country, let's ride. Let's melt, let's smelt, let's forge. I like let's ride better. It fits Russell's style.
Yes, fight more. There we go. Keep fighting.
Towards the end of the 2-hour practice, we noticed a grouping of fans congregating near the far field. So we joined them in waiting, and it provided us our first chance with our primary target. We noticed he only signed stuff for kids, which is completely understandable. I'll treasure those items far more than any other person, and it won't end up on eBay in 6 hours. So although we missed our first chance at Rush, we knew the circumstances of which we were competing and considered adding an addendum to our rules.
So I need to keep
But we pretended to have dignity and chose not to go through with it. Plus, neither of us had any cash. Well,
Wow. I'm on the edge of my seat. Like
I was really invested.
I think
I
you
mean-
should just full transition your whole YouTube channel into IRL
don't know about that.
content. Like
I don't know about that,
I
dude.
just gotta get
Phenomenal.
Russell Wilson's signature. That's it.
Yeah. Maybe I should make it a big series. Try to get Russell
Very
Wilson's
sorry to hear that, my
signature.
friend.
Oh man, golf Mike. I'm
Yeah, I'm so sorry, brother.
so sorry.
The
not
Tree was
great.
like, how was training camp?
It was nice. I mean, it was hot the first day. I mean, main thing is that, just it felt like I was melting, but it was the first time I was there. It's more or less just more for the experience and the camaraderie. It's like if like from Mecca to Medina, the Yinzer must travel from all over the country to Latrobe for training camp, just to feel the sights, just witness everybody, just get up close with your favorite athletes and witness the practices. They actually on Friday night, what they did was they have a traditional yearly thing at the Latrobe Memorial Stadium for Greater Latrobe School District. They have a stadium a practice under the lights. So it's like
That's dope.
sort of like a Friday night. It's like a throwback to high school days.
That's awesome.
So they all come in on school buses. They come in. They have the local school district cheer them on as they come in. It's a very casual practice, but at the same time, it takes me back, man.
Yeah.
Wish I was still a kid instead of some cynical fucker. Oh, and I swear.
Yep, there you go.
We
You
cannot
swore
hear you
twice.
at all, buddy. Just the mic is real low.
My mic?
Yes.
Oh, it sounded okay there.
Okay,
Weird.
what about now?
That's much better. There
That's
we go.
so
Now
much
we're right.
better.
Okay, my bad. I was just gonna say, Tree and everyone, just give us a state of your team right now and training camp. Who's your pet cat? What are your needs right now? And then we can just close it out like that.
Well, I know
I can
for the
start
Steelers.
since you just talked about the
Oh,
Steelers
go
a
ahead.
whole bunch.
Go ahead.
But for the Cowboys, Sam Williams is out for the season, and that's going to
That's
be a
awful.
huge
Mhm.
loss for the Cowboys to overcome. You've already seen us sign some random defensive ends to try and replace him, but Sam Williams being out for the season will be something we're going to be trying to overcome. Really,
And
the
thing
rest of the
is,
year.
that might not even be the biggest loss for a team so far this year. Samson Ebukam is out for the season for the Colts.
That is true. That is
Yep.
true.
Rondale Moore is out now for the Falcons.
Yep.
It was announced today,
Mhm.
which is
So there goes your slot receiver.
yep.
Yeah, that's the need or want really is your team to make it to week 1 healthy and no 60-day ILs, no pup list, whatever assignments. It's unrealistic for that to happen. Guys are going to get banged up. However, for me as a Giants fan, I need Daniel Jones to just continue to secure the ball and just work every day in practice like it's a 8-pound, 6-ounce baby, and no one can come take it from him. Just keep it.
Who are you guys looking at that could be someone only a Cowboys fan would know or a Giants fan would know based off
Loss,
camp?
pain,
who's
depression.
Your pet cat basically for training camp.
Wan'Dale Robinson. I want to see him, step up this year and get some possession receiver mileage out there. And the Hyatt has got to play opposite of Neighbors, so hopefully he'll show up too.
Yeah. Super
Those are
kick,
big.
missile drop kick, then insecurity.
I would say for
nice.
the Steelers, it would be Peyton Wilson. He's
Middle
apparently
schoolers
turning some heads in training camp. He fell because he didn't have an ACL. But I think at the same time, I think he could do something this year, especially with the hole in middle linebacker. I mean, you do have Patrick Queen.
Jets.
You do have a Landon Roberts, so you're hoping he can just mold into that wing over the next year or two.
We actually met, or he was one of the people at the combine when we were there. Peyton Wilson got to see him run the 40 live. This man was fast. You guys definitely got a dog there. What about you, Tom? Any pet cats you're looking at?
Somebody.
Rooming.
I mean, Rashee Rice is probably racing on the street again.
Wow. That's just outside my building. Someone obviously has a huge penis.
Do you do that every now and then? If someone raises up the block and it's brr, I'm small penis.
No, well, if I'm with a girl, I'm like, man, I should just give up. Knowing that guy's out there and he's obviously got a huge hog. Yeah, I just tell her, I'm like, honey, I got to break up with you.
I'm sorry.
That guy and his muffler is just too much for me.
That 2003 Honda Accord, that man just has
with the wing on the back.
Yep, the spoiler on the back, way too much. There's a couple guys that I'm excited about right this second. Evan Williams, who plays in secondary for the Packers, is looking really solid. I'm really excited for Marshawn Lloyd, the running back that the Packers just drafted. I don't know how much we're going to see of him. Hopefully a bunch on Saturday because AJ Dillon showed up to camp looking jacked. I'm super duper excited about that. And then McKinney is already making plays. He's already intercepted Jordan Love. So thank you again, Five. I will love him.
You're quite welcome.
I'm so happy.
You're just. I'm being sarcastic. Damn it. He was our best defensive back. I just don't get why they just let him walk. It doesn't make any sense.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's just Marshawn Nealand. He's basically who the Cowboys drafted, defensive end edge. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds to the opportunity that he might have with all this playing time. And if Deuce Vaughn can get healthy, they're trying to look at him at receiver some, but
is that the little dude?
That's the little dude, yeah.
That's who I was going to jokingly say you should turn to if you don't sign CDs. Put him at wide receiver 1, please.
Well, they were trying to look at him, but we'll see. He's been injured a lot in camp thus far.
Before we go, can I just ask, like, what is your favorite Olympic moment been so far? Like, because the
Ooh,
Olympics are
yes.
ending what, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday,
The
something.
11th.
They're coming
They
to
end
a
the 11th.
close. Yeah. So we won't do a show until it's over. So who has had a favorite
Yeah.
Olympic moment
There's been.
so
Have you guys
far?
been watching the Olympics? Really? Have you been tapped in, or you're just?
A little bit.
A
It's on
little here
background
and
while I'm
there.
working.
It's always at noon or something where all the good
Yeah.
stuff's
Chat.
happening.
Let us know. Have you been watching the Olympics? Yes or no in the chat. I've been watching a lot of the Olympics
Oh, yeah.
personally,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
I
you
like
did a
I
video
said,
on it, right?
yeah, I did a
Yes.
video like on the first half. But first of all, that game, the Serbia USA game, was amazing. We were down 17 points at one point. It was like South Sudan, except for this was a knockout game. Curry played phenomenally. Embiid had some clutch shots, and then KD just had a dagger there at the end. So that was
Mhm.
great to watch. Today, you also had a whole bunch of the track events taking place. Grant Holloway, out of the University of Florida, go Gators, gold medal, gets his gold medal finally. We saw Noah Lyles win the 100 by a 1,000th of a second.
Yeah.
And then today he wins bronze, and then it's revealed that he has COVID, which for any
Wow.
track runner with a respiratory disease, I think it's phenomenal that he was even able to run that event in the
Yeah.
first place. Just so many events. There's so many I haven't even thought of.
Quincy
Sydney-
Hall.
Sydney McLaughlin breaking her own world record that she set for a 6th time, getting gold. No one was even close to her. I'm very excited to see the 4x100, which is what I'm really looking at, because we have that 16-year-old who will be running. They first said he wasn't going to run, but now he will be running in the 4x100. What about you guys? What have you been loving to watch? Handball?
Well, that's what I'm doing after this. I really liked Quincy Hall won the 400. He was dead to rights. Even the commentators were like, Hall's dying. And then he found, like, it's so inspirational to see someone just dig deep into their soul and say, I've got this left in me, and then reach that pinnacle of athletic achievement. Like, I'm almost in tears right now, because like that was like discovering yourself to that level. Like, that's amazing. And then there's a guy, Mayan Lopez, a Cuban Greco-Roman wrestler.
Fifth
He won
gold.
fifth
His
gold.
fifth
Just
gold in a row.
unprecedented. And it's in Greco-Roman wrestling. Like, these are some of the toughest dudes on earth. It's basically, it's the equivalent of wrestling, those rules, like, and for him to win 5 consecutive and then put his shoes on the mat, like, that's amazing. Amazing moment. And yeah, that's a great one. Simone Biles just winning another gold.
Yep.
Like, she's just the GOAT. And it's always funny to see the picture of her and Shaquille O'Neal standing beside each other, that they're like,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
the
she's
same
tiny.
species of human. Yeah, she's a little girl with a lot of
Who was the
power
first
in her
person you
legs.
said? 5. The first person.
Quincy,
Quincy
what
Hall?
was his name? Quincy Hall, yes, winning the 400 meters.
What's even more impressive about what Quincy Hall did is that the 400 meters is, when you're talking about track and field, it is considered the hardest event to run, like physiologically, because you cannot sprint a full 400 meters. It's impossible for a human to do that. So that back stretch right there had to hurt a lot, like physically hurt him. So it was very impressive watching that come back. Tree or Tom, favorite Olympics moment thus far?
Yeah, Tree.
Well, I would say 2 favorite moments. One non-serious, one serious. The first one would probably say the Brazilian gymnast who won a gold after tearing her ACL 3 times. I would say that's a very inspiring moment and just shows the human spirit and perseverance. And my non-serious moment would be when they had a bunch of Olympians train in the River Seine for a triathlon, and they all puked after the fact.
That was like in the lead up, it was like a saga that they weren't cleaning the river. Like, it was.
They were trying to, but then there was protests, and they're like putting poop in the river. Oh yeah.
Yeah. and they got people sick. Oh, also, my favorite non-serious moment was the pole vaulter who.
The wiener.
Ooh, with
Yes,
the
Oh,
dog.
yeah, got his wiener
Yes, he
stuck
was.
on there.
He brought his own pole to the
That was the
vault.
guy driving
and-
the 03 Honda that actually just passed. He was just racing
Yes,
past your
yeah, that
house.
was him, and
Mhm.
I'm jealous of him. And like, I saw the number one comment was "When you lose, but you actually win." And yeah,
Hey.
the thing was he wasn't actually going to clear, but he just that appendage definitely struck the pole first.
Hey, he's
Is
going
it
to
the-
enjoy his time in
wait.
the Olympic Village. That's all that matters.
When they refer to it as the pole vault, is it the pole that you use to vault, or is it the pole that you clear? Or is it the vault? I guess it's a
I think
pole
it's the
that
pole
you
that you're
carry.
holding. Yeah.
It's both.
Okay. Yes.
As it stands
both?
right now, the United States is leading the medal count with 103. China being the
America!
closest
Suck
with
it, world.
73.
Suck it, world.
And
What is a
USA.
kilometer?
we are
That's
up
right.
1 gold medal as well,
That's cool.
30-29 over China. So we'll see if we can hang on to that gold medal lead. I don't think anyone's catching us as far as medal count goes. Any last questions, remarks?
The women's
What you got
rugby
coming out?
finish was super dope. Yeah, that was really cool. You know what? Because I don't know enough about the Olympics to just follow it every time that it's on, just because I'm usually just doing something. I really like, and the people, shout out to the people that take the time to do that put the compilations together of like these athletes like trying from like 8 years ago or 12 years ago, and it's like, oh, okay, they didn't medal, or then maybe they got bronze and then they get gold. Like, dude, like that's super dope. Just human perseverance and insane athleticism.
You should watch the video that has all 5 gold medals of this
Yeah,
wrestler.
the wrestler. Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because you look at it and he comes in and he's a young guy,
Memes.
and then you see him win his most recent one. He's 41. He's 41.
Gosh, that's terribly old.
Manhandling people. It's crazy.
Gosh, I would hate to be 41.
Manhandling.
I know.
It is wild. It is crazy.
Well,
All right,
let's
what
go.
do you guys have coming out?
Russell Wilson's right there, guys.
Ooh, tonight I went through every intro in College Football 25, and I'm going to explain all the Easter eggs in
That's
each
cool.
one. So I tackled the ACC first, and that will be coming out tonight. So all the traditions. Can you believe Stanford is in the ACC? So is
weird.
SMU.
It's
Like,
so
what
weird.
happened?
And they're
Cal
taking credit-
Berkeley.
They're
Yeah.
taking credit for ACC gold medal. Jit, if you're in Stanford, how is the ACC account tweeting, "Oh, ACC gold medal"? Jit, please.
Right,
Y'all
they haven't
haven't
even played
the
it down yet. They
What
haven't,
is
yeah, they
going
haven't even
on?
joined the ACC, or did they? I guess they joined in 2024. So this is their. But like, why did? It's so weird that they're part of the ACC. It's
It is very
wild.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's just how the cookie crumbles. I did want to mention one thing before we go.
BDN.
Mr. Grossi, you officiated a wedding
Yeah.
this past weekend. Tell us how that went, dude.
Dude, it was super dope. It was really, really cool. Yeah, so I met Debbie last year during the Baltimore fan event during 30 and 30, and she's a member of the Baltimore Ravens marching band, which is super cool. And a bunch of members of the band were at the same fan event, and they didn't tell one another. They just happened to be fans of me. So that was super cool. They all like saw each other, and then they sat together. And I met another member of the band in Washington, D.C., and another member of the band in L.A. And so we all kind of just like kept in touch a little bit. And then she just asked me out of the blue a few months ago, was like, hey, I know it's like a really big ask. It was like right after I won Fan of the Year. She's like, now I'm worried to ask, but like, would you get ordained and officiate our wedding? And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can. Like, it's August, whatever. This is before I was like getting the house and all that great stuff. So yeah, I wound up saying yes to it. And I'm so glad I did. It was such an awesome experience to be part of. And dude, I'd never officiated a wedding before. And yeah, it was a great time. It's just good people. And
Did you have football related jokes in the
So I
in the-
started it, yeah, because so Mike and Debbie wanted a mix of like sentimental and humor. And they're like, like we'll be in and out within 15 minutes. I was like, perfect. I had them in and out within 20. We're rocking. So
Nice.
yeah, 100%. So Debbie, even though she is part of the Ravens marching band, she's a Giants fan.
Oh,
So
yes.
she's a
sorry.
Giants fan, and then Mike is a Ravens fan. So yes, there was plenty of football references. Don't you worry.
Well, did you bind them together in frickin' frackin' matrimony?
I didn't, but I had the crowd going a couple times. When I started before anyone came out, because like the officiant walks out first and usually like welcomes everybody. So, and again, like I had never done this before. That's pretty dope. And so I went up there and I was like, they asked me a few months ago, and I'm an NFL YouTuber, and here I am, and this is like my first wedding, and people started like clapping and stuff, and I was like, thank you. This day is about me. Yes, thank you. And so like they liked that, and then I started off the first thing saying, in my many years of doing weddings, like the crowd loved it. We rocked and rolled. It was like 95 degrees out. It was fun. I had a grand old time.
That's awesome.
What do you have coming out tonight, Tom?
So because I have to go to a wedding in Canada, which I think I'm going to. Because it just depends on this flight is going to get canceled. The Broncos fan reaction's done. It's over 10 minutes long. I spent all day doing it yesterday. So that's going to come out tomorrow. Unless this flight gets canceled, then I'll just put it out later tonight. And then the Vikings one, I'm coming back Saturday morning, should be out by Monday, and I'm streaming the Packers game, their first preseason game, on Saturday.
Just to let you know, there has actually been an update to the Brandon Aiyuk situation from Diana Rossini. The 49ers to this point haven't been satisfied with the Steelers' offers and would like a receiver in return for Aiyuk as part of a trade, although they are open to players at other positions. Who has value? Would it be like it would have to be Pickens? Like that's the only one who has like. Would it be Calvin Austin or Roman Wilson? Like that's the only options that are really out there. You certainly ain't taking Van Jefferson.
Man, they're just adding all types of stipulations, making it really difficult for a good offer. We're gonna have a protracted
plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
For
we're
me,
sitting
I
there.
got some college videos on the way, preparing for the college football season coming up, and some test streams. So stay tuned. Make sure your notifications are on because we will be streaming the Cowboys games this season. You see the setup. So turn the notifications on. I might be streaming tonight, doing a test stream, getting all the bugs and kinks worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's done except the Broncos and Vikings, and the Broncos are done. So yes, there's only 2 left.
All right, are we good? We did the countdown.
I think
We know
we're
who
good to
won.
go, sir.
I think we know who won.
I'm happy with that.
County down. Hey, county down, man.
Okay, we're not.
We're doing the
I'll
countdown.
push the button. It's fine. Yeah, that's right. We back, baby. Clickbaiting your hearts and minds. Yeah. 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, 4. There's NFL football on. Who's gonna score? Maybe the Giants? Who knows? It's preseason and no one really cares. We'll watch for 5 minutes, then we'll just cry because we don't. It's not gonna be good. It's probably not gonna be great.
It's not a good product.
Hey.
Not
Are you willing to? I mean, if you don't like 53-man roster spots, you don't like football.
Oh no, I'm gonna be watching because I'm a lunatic. But
I mean, we're all lunatics, man.
It is kind of amazing that just because it's football doesn't make it good. Like you're just like,
like I watched the Hall of Fame game. I didn't have a good time, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it because
Oh, dude, there are regular season games that are bad football.
Oh, trust
We
me,
just-
I know.
Yeah.
All right, boys, what have we got?
Is it? Oh, I got $40.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. I love you all.
I am 172.97.
Good.
Scooter, Tom.
What'd you get, Tom?
No, what'd you get, Scoots?
What'd you get?
My team eliminated yours. You have to go first.
Okay, I got $221.
264. Damn it! Mars, you're killing.
Let's go. I was really dreading making
I had
that
it.
Christmas card with Eagles gear. I was dreading that. So
I-
appreciate whoever donated to TDG.
I already got Joe Hendry. I got muffins to make, and I got to dress as Caleb Williams in the dress. I know I have those 3 on backlog. We haven't done the show in a while.
Yeah.
All you have to
It's
do
gonna be a
is-
month worth.
I still have the OnlyFans. So
I got 3 to go.
as you're dressed up as Caleb.
Yep.
All you have to do is then just make that your Christmas card that you send to people.
I don't send Christmas cards, so sure.
Well,
And by
I've had this
Christmas
idea.
card,
Like,
I mean your profile picture on Twitter for a week.
Nope. See, I did that. I already did a Twitter one. I'm not doing it again. Nope.
he's
Nope.
vetoing.
Oh,
Mhm.
come on, man.
That's not a bad one.
Aaron Jones Viking jersey.
Do you know how
Ooh,
many
that's rough.
Vikings jerseys I own because of this
Probably
show?
more.
Do-
You probably have more Vikings jerseys than Packers jerseys.
I
I
had
would
like
think.
Packers are slightly more, but it's real close. I mean, real close. Aaron Jones might put it over the top, which would that's I don't like that. I don't
Man.
like that.
I think that's
I-
I think that's fair. Like I think that's fair.
I want to see Tom do a dance routine. That would be
And
also
you gotta-
funny.
Bro, I danced his
Like-
Kurt Go chains literally for an hour straight.
Oh
my
yeah,
shirt
you
off.
did.
He
You
did.
did.
He
But
did.
I want to see you do a choreographed routine, like an actual dance.
With what time, Five? With like, you
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
waiting all season.
I
You gonna be waiting all
No.
season.
I don't know. We should do that. Mhm.
I already have an Aaron Rodgers Vikings jersey because of this show. People are like, why do you have that? And I was like, clickbait sports. It's clickbait sports.
All right. Okay. I think Scooter's punishment is appropriate then.
All right, Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what, guys? I'm going to go around. I'm going to buy it from NFL.com because then the money goes to all 32 teams instead of just the Vikings, so it helps the Packers.
Oh, that is
Ooh,
dirty.
Cowboys.
Like you're a dirty. Like you can't
You're a
buy
dirty
it on
boy.
I'm
eBay.
not buying it on
Yeah.
Vikings.com because I did that for the Rodgers one, and then I got emails from them, and I was like, this is not.
Yeah, I
No.
know that bothers
Never
me so
stop.
much.
They
Yes.
I
never
do with
stop.
the
You
Buccaneers.
can
too.
unsubscribe, and they're just like, nah, you signed like 86 different agreements. You're
I
gonna
bought
have
a
to
Tennessee
unsubscribe
shirt,
to
and
each.
I still get Tennessee emails to this day.
Dude, they just it's nonstop. The Vikings are like, are you
I
ready
actually-
for the season? I'm like, no, not for you.
I think I told Amazon that I'm not a Cowboys fan because I did buy something off of Cowboys fans, and they were like, "Are you actually a Cowboys fan?" I was like,
Don't
"No."
lie. There's always
And they
room.
stopped.
There's always room.
No,
I mean,
no, that would I
Just
would.
think
How
about
could
it.
you accept me
You're
into
American.
your?
They may not
Like,
You're
have.
American.
just
Look, he already
Like, why
deals with
would-
enough misery with his own team. He doesn't
I-
want to deal with
that's
another.
They
just
got a
scary.
Dalvin Cook and Frank Tarkenton. Oh, there's Aaron Jones. Okay, it was just way.
There you go.
Dude, Dalvin Cook was
All
a
right.
beast.
This is
We gotta get out.
Sports. We will see you guys next week with another
Mhm.
jam-packed episode.
Vikings logo for the ad.
Go Giants!
Yeah,
Free
training camp
season,
bid out
Giants.
tomorrow. I have an MLB trade deadline video out tonight.
USA.
Go.
USA.
Go Giants!
USA.
We're gonna end the
We're
stream.
going Super Bowl.
USA.
What?
USA.
Somebody end the
USA.
stream.
USA.